I tell everyone I'm an only child even though I technically have two half-siblings. My parents found out and now they're furious with me. But honestly, I don't care. Here's the thing, I'm 17 and I haven't seen my half-siblings in about 11 years. They're from my mom's first marriage. Her first husband died when they were like 5 and 6 years old, and about a year and a half later she started dating my dad. That's when everything went wrong. Even before they met my dad, just hearing about him made them lose it. They started getting violent and angry all the time. My mom put them in therapy and tried to make it work, but nothing helped. When I was born, things got even worse. I don't remember a lot from when I was really little, but I do remember them being mean to me. Like, not normal sibling stuff, actually hurting me on purpose when no one was looking. I found out later they did way worse things than what I remembered. They pushed my dad down the stairs once, like actually shoved him and he fell. Then they called child services and told them my dad was beating them, which was a complete lie. The whole thing got investigated and nothing they said was true, but by then the damage was done. Eventually my mom's parents got custody of them, then their dad's parents took over. My mom tried to stay in their lives and visit them, but it never worked. They wanted nothing to do with us. When they turned 18 and 19, they changed their phone numbers. Their grandparents moved and changed numbers too. They completely disappeared. But they left a message through some relatives saying if my mom ever wanted to see them again, she'd have to get rid of me and my dad first. Like literally choose them or us. So yeah, that's where we stand. My parents always made sure to tell me about them growing up. They brushed a lot of the bad stuff under the rug and kept saying things like family is important and blood matters and I should still think of them as my siblings, but I never felt that way. How am I supposed to feel connected to people who hurt me and then told my mom to throw me away like garbage? So when people ask if I have siblings, I just say no. I tell them I'm an only child. My closest friends know the real story, but most people don't. It's easier that way, and honestly, it's how I've always felt anyway. My parents didn't know I was doing this until recently. Someone must have mentioned something because they sat me down and looked really upset. They started talking about the importance of family and blood connections and how I should still acknowledge my half-siblings exist. That's when I asked my dad a question that shut him up real quick. I said, if blood is so important, why does he care so much? They're not even his blood relatives. They're my mom's kids from before. Why is he pushing this whole family connection thing? He said because they were still his kids regardless of blood, which honestly just made me more confused about why I was supposed to care about people who literally tried to ruin his life. My parents got so worked up about it that they called my grandparents on my mom's side, the ones who actually had custody of my half-siblings for a while. They thought my grandparents would back them up and tell me I was wrong. Instead, my grandparents said it was crazy to expect me to claim siblings who basically want me dead. They completely took my side. Then my dad called his own parents thinking they'd help convince me. He asked them to explain that my half-siblings are still their grandkids even without the blood relation. My paternal grandparents shut that down immediately. They said nope, never were their grandkids and never will be. So now my parents are upset that literally no one in the family agrees with them. Everyone thinks it's perfectly reasonable for me to call myself an only child, because functionally, that's what I am. I haven't seen these people in over a decade. The last memories I have of them are bad ones. They abused me, they tried to hurt my dad, they lied to get him in trouble, and when they had the chance to reconnect, they said they'd only do it if I didn't exist anymore. But sure, let me go around telling everyone about my wonderful siblings.